Today's video is sponsored by Small Engine Warehouse. Small Engine Warehouse has a huge stock of small engines, repower kits, mini bikes, go-karts, you name it. They carry some of the biggest names in the business. Briggs & Stratton, Kohler, Kawasaki, CRX. They have one of the largest on-hand inventories of all time. They have over 45,000 engines ready to ship out to you whenever you need them. They sent us this Briggs & Stratton Vanguard for this project. The great people, family-owned business, they're making this project possible, and I'm very thankful. I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys to go check them out for any of your small engine needs. If you do go, make sure you let them know that I sent you. Once again, thank you Small Engine Warehouse for sponsoring today's video. Today's mission is to get the golf cart ready to receive the engine. If you are new here, this is our series where we are converting our E-Z-Go electric golf cart into a gas golf cart. We are putting in this 14 horsepower Briggs & Stratton Vanguard engine. We need to completely re-kit this frame for the golf cart because it was rotted. We cut all of it out at the beginning of this series. And we're also fixing our mistake right here where we tried to cut a keyway in the last episode and it went horribly wrong. So right here I'm just smoothing down this weld after we filled in the giant hole that we made in our shaft.
What? You trying to show the culture pop?
Wait. Now I'm just pressing the sprocket onto the shaft with my ball joint press.
Ball joint press for the win, baby. And that sucker's on there. Uh-oh, looks like we had some trash in there and dug a rut in our shaft. Several ruts in our shafts. Oh well. Well, guess this sprocket's gonna stay on there forever now.
And we might as well make it permanent, right? Let's go ahead and just weld the sprocket on there. Now I need to get some pieces in here to actually put the engine in, because it can't just float, obviously. So I've got some 1/4 inch thick angle iron, which I'm cutting up right now, trying to make sure it's square, just tacking it in for now. This might be overkill, but I really don't think it is because this is going to be a pretty big engine and we want to have more torque. I haven't seen anyone modify the specific engine that we're using, so we very well could be the first, but I do plan on giving it a little more power than it currently has. So here we go, we're just tacking in the engine plate, which I got from Amazon, I believe, of all places, and it bolted right up. So I now have 2 cross members here to hold our engine mount plate, but I also plan on having a reverse gearbox. So we're gonna have the engine here, but I need somewhere to mount our reverse gearbox. And my torque converter kit was supposed to come with a mounting plate, but it didn't. And I thought that there was just gonna be engine mounts on the engine, but no, we gotta put bolts through the side of this thing, and I don't really have anywhere to put them. I want the reverse gearbox is gonna sit about right here. This is gonna be a pretty tight fit if you haven't already realized that. So everything's gonna be about right here. I'd like it to be a little closer like this because not only do we need to squeeze this reverse gearbox in with that big engine, but we also need a jack shaft so we can get the jack shaft to come to the sprocket back here. There's gonna be a lot going on back here. Oh man. All right, well, I do need to attach more things too. So the frame is weird and we don't really have a whole lot that we can mount to, so I'm actually gonna add some 1/4 inch thick angle, bridge this on both sides here like this. We're gonna weld that in so we have more frame to attach stuff like the reverse gearbox and the jack shaft and whatever else ends up needing to be attached to this golf cart. It's no secret that a lot of the tools I buy for this channel are really just for show. Primarily just doing tool test videos for this channel Really, that's what gets a lot of attention and what has helped my channel grow the most out of anything. But I truly enjoy making things and repairing things and building things and actually using the tools outside of just testing them for you guys. This is what I actually really enjoy doing. This is a whole lot more fun. I just wish people would, you know, maybe watch a little bit more of this instead of tool testing videos.
Woo! That's really tall. We might not have a passenger seat. Definitely gonna take the gas tank off, which will help a lot. Maybe we'll just raise the seat up a lot, like a foot. No, that's way too high. Yeah, gas tank will come off and we'll raise it a couple inches. Hopefully that'll be enough. See how far these are. Okay. With this guy. Oh man, that's fully welded. Come on, man. All right, we gotta clean this up. All right, we got those 2 bars cut off of there, and it's getting a little cleaner now. So 26 3/4. This is gonna take too long. It's getting late. Oh man. Right. This ought to work a little better.
I recently bought this compact flex bandsaw, and I can't believe the price on some of these tools. If you go into a Lowe's right now, you are very likely going to find some of the craziest deals on a power tool from Flex 24 volt. That's because they're leaving Lowe's, or Lowe's is kicking them out. I don't know what's going on specifically, but I only paid $45 for this compact bandsaw, and it is leaps and bounds better than any other compact bandsaw I've ever used, except for the fact that it's a compact, and I really should have been using a deep cut bandsaw. This Flex angle grinder is one of the best, if not the best, I've ever used, even compared to corded. Now, it's not as powerful as a corded angle grinder, of course, but it is really powerful for a cordless. I am wanting to try out the DeWalt Flex Volt, though. If you guys have any experience with that, let me know.
Probably really overkill for this, but it should work. I think I'm gonna take a break from the frame. Let me show you guys what we got going on. Actually, let me just talk about it a little more in depth. So here's what we did today. We ended up fixing our major mess up here on the shaft by cutting a keyway. We filled that up with some 7018, ground it back down, smoothed her a little bit. We were gonna cut a new keyway, but I just said, you know what, whatever. Went ahead, press fit the sprocket on there. It was a tight fit, and then I was like, let's just go ahead and weld it on there as well. That way, when we need to change a sprocket, we can just, you know, change the whole shaft, because I'm an engineer, I guess. And we're also going to be putting a pillow block bearing on the end of this. We need to figure out how we're going to route some metal to bolt the bearing to, whether it be like this, let me come from the top here, make something come down here so it can bolt in like that, or we bridge the 2 angle irons that we welded in a second ago to support the bearing that way. So we had to add these 2 pieces of angle iron on each side of the frame because we need more places and more rigidity, because we have a lot of stuff going on. I didn't weld this in, I had to go to the Harbor Freight, but we do need to weld this in like this. This is probably where I'm going to be putting a jack shaft. We have 2 more pieces of angle here going across so we can weld our engine mount plate here. We're going to have our reverse gearbox. Probably, what I'm thinking is it's going to bridge the piece here and the back side of the engine plate. But I want my jack shaft on that, so I'm still brainstorming that. If you have any ideas, just let me know. We need to decrease the size of this. We took the exhaust system out. I want to put this pipe, where is it? Where'd this pipe go? Where's my pipe at? There it is. So we bought this. This is for a Predator 420. There's like no parts for this engine. I know a lot of people were saying just it's the same parts as every other Honda 390 clone, which is basically everything like the Predator 420, but it's not. Those parts, like this pipe fits a Predator 420. I know because I bought a Predator 420 for a different project. This fits right onto that, and it don't fit onto here. So what I'm going to do, I learned my lesson, by the way. The jack shaft already has a keyway. But what I'm gonna do here is trace the gasket which came off of the engine right here onto this 1/4 inch plate. We're gonna cut that out. We're gonna slice this flange off and weld that one onto here. Yeah. Alright, so this in my head seems pretty simple. What I'm gonna do is trace this girl out. Do I wanna go this way or this way? I think I wanna actually go this way. Yeah, I'm kinda wasting this, but I think I'd rather do that. I'm gonna try to get this on the very edge here, like that, and then I'll trace the rest. Try to keep it in the same spot, the middle here. This, just like so. Now we got what we need to cut out, baby. Seems simple enough. I've done similar things before. Alright, that's what we need to get out of this piece of metal. And it would be cool if I could use this drill press, but some idiot broke the damn thing. So this isn't actually flat. We might be able to use it anyway. Probably not a good idea, but we could do it anyway. Let's go ahead and rig something up, whatever. Here's what I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna cut a square out. I do wanna be able to put it in the vise for the bench top drill press. We're gonna be using the compact flex to kind of cut a rough square out first. I really wanted to get this done before going back inside, but my wife came out to tell me that she made pot roast, and I couldn't think straight anymore, so I took a break. All right, we're back. Wife made some pot roast for dinner. It was good, belly's full. Now let's try to get back to it. Get this out here a little more. All right. This would have been a great time to use my awesome plasma cutter that can't be used. I also, for some reason, can't find my center punch when I know I have 6 or 7 of them, but I'm so unorganized, I can't find a single one of them. Isn't that awesome? Why am I like this? I don't know why I'm like this, but I am. Man, I thought there was one right here for this very reason. Alright, well, whatever. Hopefully it doesn't go skating on us. It is cold. This is way too cold for me. Oh, that is because I have this all the way down. No wonder. Okay, we can bring this up a little. Alright. Really wish I had a dang center punch right now. I'll find it shortly after I do this. This is the new Diablo. I picked these up. These are the new Diablo drill bits. The Metal Demon drill bits. Let's see how they work. They're feels pretty smooth already, actually. So, new Diablo bit here. That's actually not quite center. Yeah, it's wanting to walk. No, don't. Center punch, oh center punch, where are you? This actually feels like it's cutting pretty good. Pretty good drill bit here. Super smooth. That was no lube. Smooth cutting drill bit, dude. That's a good drill bit right there. Well, this sucks. I just spent like 30 minutes looking for a center punch. Why am I so unorganized that I can't find a single one of them? Yeah, that's pretty center, I suppose. Could use cutting oil too, but I don't like doing anything properly, apparently. This is cutting really nice. Okay, for some stupid reason, I've decided to use a hole saw in a drill like this to get a good portion of that cut out, because I don't like doing anything right, apparently. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. All right, let's see where that's gonna end up. Okay, cool. So it does look like we are going to have this just a bit smaller than what we actually need. So we'll open that up a little bit more with the die grinder or something like that. All right, that went better than I thought. All right, let's work on getting that opened up a tiny bit more. Give her one of these little numbers there. Please. Ooh, she's getting there, baby. She's getting there. One thing I do a lot is get tools that I will need for a project, even though, you know, I'm probably only going to use it once or twice. I know I'm not alone in this, right? I'd just much rather do things myself and buy whatever is necessary in order to do it myself. And even if that means getting Harbor Freight quality products, you know. This is a Bauer from Harbor Freight. I think I paid $30 for this for the parking lot sale right now, and it did exactly what I needed it to do. I don't know why I would need to get anything else until this breaks or whatever happens, you know, obviously. But I feel like we obsess over getting the best tools ever, even though I'm running mostly Harbor Freight stuff right now. I'm not a professional, you know. This isn't a shop where I'm trying to make money with products. So what's the deal with having Harbor Freight products, you know? I think it's going to do the job for as long as I need it to do the job. And, you know, maybe if I make a ton of money off of project videos instead of just tool testing videos, then I'll upgrade to better shop products. Now you can see the flange is really starting to take shape here. We got a good amount of stuff done today, if you ask me. I had a lot of other stuff going on. I just wanted to make some progress on the golf cart today. It's getting a little late. I wanted to actually put the flange onto the pipe here and
probably put the jack shaft onto the cart as well, but time catches up with me a lot more often than I like to admit. So I need to go inside, and thank you for watching. Y'all have a great night or day or whatever, whenever you're watching this. Have a good rest of it.